Hello there. So this is the second sentence diagramming video for K109 grammar. Let me just make sure I'm focused here. Okay, so last time we just diagrammed simple sentences that had one subject, one verb, and one direct object for a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. And today we're going to add to the mix adjectives that modify either the subject or the direct object or the predicate nominative. So first of all, just a quick review what adjectives are. So adjectives are descriptive words that describe nouns. So some examples are first articles, a, and the. These are articles, which is a small category of adjectives. And then we have other descriptive words like words that show describe the color of a noun or the number of nouns we have or the size. And then we have adjectives that can also describe feelings like happy and sad. And you can of course have more advanced adjectives that enhance one's understanding of nouns, like enormous or luxurious or ecstatic or gloomy, things like that. Okay, so today we're going to diagram 3 sentences, and the first 2 are pretty simple, and then I'm going to switch to a more complicated one for the third one. So the first sentence is that should say small. Small numbers scare little children. Small numbers scare little children. Okay, so I draw my horizontal line. I separate the subject and the predicate down the middle with a vertical line, and I put the subject to the left of that line, which is numbers. I guess I should put a line that separates the subject and predicate in the sentence itself. Okay, so numbers is the subject, so it goes on the horizontal line. Small is a word that describes the numbers. The numbers are small. They're not medium, they're not large, they're small. So this is an adjective that modifies numbers. So modifying words do not go on horizontal lines. They go on diagonal lines. So I'm going to draw a diagonal line extending down from numbers and write that modifying word, small. I should write a capital S actually, so that the reader knows that small is the first word in the sentence. Small numbers. Small numbers. Okay, now we move to the predicate. Scare is the verb. And if you remember from last time, if there is a direct object following the verb, you use a vertical line, but you don't go through the horizontal line to separate the verb and the direct object. The direct object here is children. Who are the small numbers scaring? They are scaring the children. So children goes here. And then you can probably guess where little goes, because little is modifying children, so it will not go on the horizontal line, it'll go on a diagonal line. that extends down from children. And there we have the first sentence. Small numbers scare little children. Okay, sentence number 2. Prime numbers are special values. Prime numbers are special values. Okay, numbers is our subject. Prime describes the numbers. Are is our verb, but it is a to be verb, so are can't take a direct object. So I'm not going to draw a vertical line here because remember that's reserved for separating verbs and direct objects. So I will draw a diagonal line that does not go through the horizontal line so that the reader knows whatever comes after is going to either be a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. In this case, it'll be a predicate nominative because the numbers are values. And values is sort of a, in this case, sort of a parallel noun for the numbers. It's not a descriptive noun of the numbers. They're not like happy numbers or sad numbers. The numbers are values. But in the sentence, there's also a word that's describing the values, special. So special goes on the diagonal line under values. And there you have the whole second sentence. Prime numbers are special values. And we're going to wrap it up with a sentence that's slightly longer. It's got 7 words in it. It was a dark and stormy night. Some of you who are well read may recognize this sentence. It is the first line in the book A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. If you watch Peanuts, Charlie Brown specials, you might also recognize this as a sentence that Snoopy types on his typewriter sometimes. Okay, it was a dark and stormy night. We've got it, which is our subject, was is the verb, and then everything else that after the word was is our predicate. That's a really wordy predicate compared to the subject. The subject is just the one word, it. And then the verb is was, and then everything else is after was. It's a to be verb, so I'm going to follow it up with that. And then after was comes the predicate nominative, which in this case is night. It was night. If you're ever having trouble figuring out, oh, what word is the predicate nominative or the predicate adjective, just ask yourself, could I replace the word it with the night and not lose much meaning of the statement? Then that's where the night goes. If I replace night with, if I put dark there instead, it kind of changes the meaning. Okay, and now we've got A, it was a night. It was a dark night. It was a dark, stormy night. But we forgot this word, and. Okay, I can't put and on a diagonal line like I did for the other three adjectives, because first of all, and's not an adjective. And it's not used as an adjective here. It's a connecting word. It's a conjunction connecting the words dark and stormy. And when we have a conjunction connecting two equivalent words, in this case two adjectives, we may use a dotted line to connect those lines that have the two adjectives and just simply write the word and there. And now the sentence is complete. It was a dark and stormy night. Okay, so that's our lesson on diagramming sentences with adjectives that are describing the nouns. I hope you enjoyed K109 Grammar. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.